Hello everyone, my name is What You Really Don't Care What My Name Is, and today I'm going to be reviewing Blair Witch, the sequel to the Blair Witch Project. No, not Book of Shadows, that never happened, it does not exist, it will never be mentioned here again, so kick it to the curb, because this movie is a much better sequel than that horrible, horrible movie. Alright, so, the Blair Witch movie. We all didn't think they were going to make a sequel of this movie. In fact, no one even heard there was going to be a sequel of this. But they kept it under wraps, which I actually liked. That was actually pretty cool how they were able to keep it under wraps. Showed a trailer, the first trailer for this movie, but they entitled it The Woods. So they were able to keep this a secret, able to trick people into believing that this was just going to be just a found footage movie until until it was revealed that this was the sequel to the Blair Witch Project. I think not even maybe a month or two before this movie came out. And that surprised people because we didn't expect them to do a sequel. But they did. How did it hold up? It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was still a pretty good movie. I did like the sequel. I like this movie. But it does have its flaws. So, let's talk about them. Let's talk about the story for this movie. The story for this movie focuses on our main character, James, who is the little brother of Heather, the girl from the first movie who got lost in the forest and is pretty much dead. I mean, let's be honest, she is dead. And so he finds this footage on the internet, and it's new, it's recent, and he thinks that maybe his sister is still alive. So he goes to the forest with his friends, along with two other people who were the ones who found the footage, who were the ones that uploaded, and are fans of the Blair Witch. So they all go into the forest, and they're pretty much going to try to look for Heather and see if whether or not this legend is true or not. So, how's the story? To me, I like this story. I thought it felt like a little bit like the first one, but at the same time, I did like some of the new changes they make for this. How this isn't a documentary. This is just them trying to find the sister, but they are using the cameras and everything to try and record their findings and so they can, if they find anything, they know what happened. And what I liked about this is they bring in some new equipment for this movie for them to go look for the sister. They have a GPS, they have a drone. They're coming prepared for this because they don't want to get lost. Because let's be honest, I mean a map. I mean back then, yeah, using a map to try finding your way out in a forest like that, it's not going to be easy, or is a lot of fun than using a GPS, where hopefully you have a very good connection. But anyways, what I liked about this is how well the story is going. It takes its time a little bit, but when things start to happen, they happen very quickly, and I like that. I like the creepiness that happens in this movie. That's some of the things that a lot of people like from the first one: the creepiness, the tension, and as time goes on, the tension keeps going up, and you start to get more hooked on this, and I get hooked on it from the very beginning. But mostly because I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened to these people, and what the Blair Witch looks like. But at the same time, I don't want to be spoiled by what it looks like because I want to keep that mystery hidden. So anyways, I like how the story is told, but I do have some problems with it. On one hand, you kind of know what's going to happen. The other, some jump scare scenes are really unnecessary. I do not like jump scare scenes anymore. They're a pain. But I still liked how the story is told, even though it is kind of predictable. But I guess my biggest flaw with it, other than the other two I mentioned, is the ending. I felt like we really didn't get anything. We didn't really get what we were expecting. What did happen to these people? Tell us. Tell us what happened. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to know the ending. I wanted to know what happened. I want to know. We didn't get that. Ah. If they make a sequel, I would not mind, as long as it is not like the one that will not be named here again. How's the acting? Well, the acting is not bad. At times it can be a little hokey, but they're not bad. Especially when they need to be scared, they do a good job at it, and I like that. But other than that, I didn't like the hokey acting at times. Plus, you know that not all of them are gonna live. And that was right. Not all of them were gonna live. It's a shame, but you know what? It happens. All right. Well, what about the special effects, or at least the camera work? How is the camera work? Because in the first one, I didn't mind the camera work, except at times when they're running, because then it's shaking like this. Sorry about that, but yeah, you get the point. I do not like shaky cameras. They're bad. I had a problem with that when it came to the Comic-Con trailer videos, reactions that people do. I hated those because they were shaking so much. I hate those. Anyways, let me fix that again. But yeah, I didn't mind the camera work for this one at times. But there are some shakiness, and I hated that. Um, I also liked, how, they go back to this house, and, it does remind me a lot of the first one. It does remind me a lot of that. So, but yeah, the shakiness at times, I didn't like it very much. And I would say what else happened, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So, The Blair Witch, how does it hold up? It's a good sequel. Is it better than the first one? No, but it does improve a little bit than the first one, which I didn't mind. So, story's not bad. Just kind of wish I knew what happened. The characters, not bad. Not very likable either. You don't really care much for them because you know what's going to happen to them. And the third, the camera work, not bad. Shakiness, kind of needs some work done. So, what can I say? If you want to see this movie, go ahead. Go ahead, right? Go right ahead and see it. You can see it with your friends. You can see it with your loved ones. Do not take your kid. Please do not take your kids to see this. I hate going to these movies and finding out you're taking your kids to see these horror movies. They're not for kids. People, I do not need to hear little kids. I need to hear little kids crying throughout these movies. Okay, I really don't. I apologize. It's not a place for them to go see this movie. Okay, I'm just saying it's not a good place for them. So yeah, Blair Witch, good sequel, has its flaws, but it's a much better sequel. But it's a much better sequel than the one that shall not be named. So, if you guys have a different opinion about the Blair Witch movie or even the Blair Witch Project, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think, and hopefully you all leave me some comments of what movie I should review for my 300 video. So that way, I will review it for my 300 video. So hopefully I'll get that done before this month is over. I'll have the 300 video before this month is over. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. We'll give you more love and more entertainment.